Greetings from Edu Aspirants, our YouTube channel to ACE Academics, competitive exams, entrance exams, and also for enrichment of knowledge. In the series of videos on India, in the 19th chapter on India and the world, this is the third and final video. The Gulf, West Asia, and North Africa. India has civilizational links and overarching relationships with the countries in the Gulf region, which are in its extended neighborhood. Our bilateral friendly ties with the GCC countries are the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, are deep rooted in shared history and have been constantly nourished through growing multi-dimensional cooperation and vibrant people-to-people engagement. The GCC region remains a top priority region for us, being a major source of our crude oil and gas requirements, host to the over 8 million strong and growing Indian expatriate community, and source of over US $40 billion annual remittances. Iran. We have upgraded engagement with particular focus on cooperation in energy, infrastructure, banking, as well as other functional areas. India, Iran, and Afghanistan also signed the trilateral agreement on establishment of transport and transit corridors through Chabahar. India is developing the Chabahar port for Iran. India now has deeper engagement with the countries in the West Asia and North Africa, WANA. This region through renewal of high-level contacts. Cooperation with these countries include energy, security, food security, defense, security, space, culture, capacity building, and IT sectors. Our engagement with Palestine was taken to a higher level with the historic Joint Commission meeting JCM to diversify cooperation in several areas. Palestine-India Techno Park in Ramallah connects Palestinian youth with India and the IT sector. Israel, our relationship is at strategic level with focused cooperation in agriculture and water. Increased high-level exchanges and ministerial visits on both sides have expanded cooperation in different functional areas such as trade, agriculture, science and technology, culture and security. Algeria has emerged as an important partner for our food security along with Jordan, Tunisia and Morocco through cooperation for setting up joint ventures in the fertilizer sector. India continued to reaffirm the consistent position on Syria for UN-backed Syrian-led inclusive political settlement. The strong relationship with Djibouti is well reflected in the successful evacuation of Indian and foreign nationals from Juba under Operation Sankat Mochan. Djibouti continues to be a pivot in India's anti-piracy operations in the Gulf of Aden. India has been actively participating in capacity building initiatives of Djibouti, Sudan, South Sudan, Eritrea and Somalia in several fields. East and South Africa. India-Africa partnership is focused on emerging issues of cooperation in the areas of blue economy, counter-terrorism and maritime security. Do you know what blue economy is? The World Bank defines the blue economy as the sustainable use of ocean resources to benefit economies, livelihoods, and ocean ecosystem health. Diaspora linkages form an important aspect of India-Africa ties. Progress has been made in commitments made under the India-Africa Forum Summit process. West Africa. India's friendly relations and multifaceted cooperation with the countries in West Africa region continues to grow and diversify. Ghana and Ivory Coast Nigeria and Mali foreign ministers have been hosted by India. Europe. Central Europe. India continued to share close and cordial relations with the countries in Central Europe through Government of India's policies and flagship projects, particularly Make in India, Digital India, Renewable Energy, Skill India, Mining Technology, and others. West Europe. Consolidation of bilateral relations with countries in Western Europe continues. Progress has been made on collaboration with various countries in Make in India, Smart Cities, Skill India, Clean India, and railway modernization programs. There has been greater cooperation between India and Western European countries now on fighting international terrorism. Americas, United States. India and the United States continue their intensive engagement as strategic partners in a broad range of sectors, including defense, security and counter-terrorism, civil nuclear cooperation, trade and investment, science and technology, energy, health, education and people-to-people ties. During 75 years of diplomatic relations, we have resolved to expand and deepen the strategic partnership, including common objectives like combating terrorist threats, promoting stability across the Indo-Pacific region, increasing free and fair trade, and strengthening energy linkages. The United States continues to be a major destination for India's exports of goods and services. Multilateral economic relations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, BRICS agenda includes global political situation and terrorism, global economic situation, global economic growth, global governance, climate change and sustainable developmental goals, SDGs, as also consolidation of BRICS cooperation. Development cooperation, India's development programs abroad have expanded both in geographical reach and sectoral coverage. These include lines of credit, grant assistance, technical consultancy, disaster relief, humanitarian aid, educational scholarships, and a range of capacity building programs, including short-term civilian and military training courses. Major developmental projects are under implementation in Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. In infrastructure, hydroelectricity, power transmission, agriculture, industry, education, health, and other sectors. Indian Council for Cultural Relations (ICCR) undertakes a wide-ranging activities to promote better understanding of India and its culture. It organizes summer camps, celebrates International Student Day and International Day of Yoga at regional offices and missions abroad. The Council sponsors 124 Indian cultural groups abroad which perform in about 50 countries and bring out journals in Hindi, English, Arabic, French and Spanish for distribution in various countries. Indian Council for World Affairs (ICWA) accords high priority to research and study of political and economic development in Asia, Africa, Europe, United States, Latin America, and analyzes wider global geostrategic environments. Research and Information System for Developing Countries (RIS) is a New Delhi-based autonomous policy research institute that specializes in issues relating to international economic development with special focus on trade, investment and technology. RIS is a forum for effective policy dialogue and capacity building among developing countries on global and regional economic issues. The focus of the work program of RIS is to promote South-South cooperation and collaborate with developing countries in multilateral negotiations. This brings us to the end of the third and final video on India and the world. Keep revising for questions in the forthcoming exams. Please subscribe, like, share and do press the bell icon for updates. Best wishes for your forthcoming exams.